The number 108 is considered an auspicious number. There's different numbers for different reasons that have different auspicious qualities. And it's not about being an even number or an odd number or a prime number or a multiple of 10. So it's not about why not 100. In many ways, sure, 100 is a much cleaner number than 108. But 108 is auspicious. That's why the mala has 108. We're not looking at mathematical properties. It's not saying, oh, it's easy to say 100. It's a nice round number. If not 100, 110. If not 110, maybe 150. But we're actually looking at the auspiciousness of the number, such that when you do a round of japa, you've chanted your mantra or God's name an auspicious number of times. The truth is, though, that where love is, that love is what's auspicious. And so sometimes people have just one Rudraksh bead, for example. One sacred Rudraksh bead. Maybe some people don't even have a Rudraksh mala or a Rudraksh bead. No problem. Don't worry. What matters more than the number of beads on the mala is the love that you chant your mantra with. God isn't worried about how many beads are there on your mala. God is worried about whether you're chanting your mantra but making your to-do list in your mind, or you're chanting your mantra deeply with love. I'll tell you a personal piece about me and my japa. So obviously my japmala also has 108 beads, like all of them. But many times with each mala, I actually end up saying my mantra more than 108 times. And the reason is, as you do your mantra, as you chant your japa, naturally the mind wanders sometimes. And of course, as time goes on, the more sadhana you do, the better the mind is at staying still. This is the training of the mind that our spiritual practices give us. You're able to go for a longer period of time without getting distracted. Nonetheless, sometimes it still happens. You get distracted. Mind gets lost in a thought. And for me, what's deeply and most important is that I not take any shortcuts. I'm very, very pakka with myself with regard to all forms of spiritual discipline. And so it's very, very important to me on a personal level that nothing be just for show or nothing be just for the sake of doing it. It's been very clear to me since the minute I arrived in India almost 25 years ago that God sent me here as an incredible blessing, as an incredible gift, for me to have a powerful, deep, transformative experience, not a superficial one. And so, the mala, the japa, is not about how many malas I did, or just, yet another thing to tick off your to-do list. Brushed your teeth, tick. Had a shower, tick. Did your japa, tick. Not like that. And so for me, as I'm chanting my mantra, if I notice that my mind has wandered, I go back. I figure out approximately how long I think my mind has been off my mala. 1 bead, 2 beads, maybe 5 beads even, if it was wandered for a long time. And I make myself go back and redo them, such that at the end of every mala, it's not I was 80% present or even 90% present or even 95% present, but that I know I was 100% present with every bead of this mala. And on a personal level, that to me feels much more auspicious than just 108. Because as I said, sometimes it could end up being therefore 110 or even 112. In the early days, it probably got close to 200. I mean, it used to take me a really long time to get through a full mala. But what I knew was, by the time I finished that mala, I had done a full 108 with full attention, full focus, full awareness, full connection, full presence. And that's what matters. So more than the number of beads on your mala, focus on the attentiveness of your mind, the focus of your mind. Getting through 4 or 5 malas of 108 beads while you're making lists or you're watching TV. I mean, I've literally sometimes seen people kind of doing their mantra while they're carrying on conversations. And on the one hand, it's nice that, you're still remembering that there is a mala and there is a mantra, and that's great. On the other hand, it's important that we have a time of the day in which it's just the mala. If as you move through the world, you also take your mala and you also do your mantra, wonderful. But make sure there's a time of the day that's just your mantra and just your mala. And however much of that you can do in whatever time you have, it only takes one really deep, really powerful, I love you, to be connected. And you could chant, I love you, 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 108 or 216 or however many times you want to chant it. But if it doesn't have any feeling in it, it's not going to get you anywhere. So focus on the feeling. The number's just there to make it even more auspicious for you. But the love is really, really what brings auspiciousness.